Hello YouTube, Devin here again, and I have a gear review for you today. This is of my waterproof hiking pack. It's not actually a hiking pack, but if you're like me and you live really far north where we get lots of rainy, shitty, cold weather, this is a very good option that's cheap out there without having to buy a like $1,000 hiking pack. You can find these out there easily for under $100. So, and what this is here before you is an APOBS system, which stands for anti-personnel obstacle breaching system. And what it was is it would be two packs that would have like essentially a piece of det cord with a bunch of grenades tied to them. Alright, I'm really dumbing this down for you guys, by the way, because I don't expect everyone to know what it is. But it's essentially like in like 12-inch or like 16-inch increments, there would be a hand grenade tied to a piece of det cord, and it's all wrapped in this white explosive material and like a 50-foot rope, essentially. And you would shoot this weight out of a mortar with this rope connected to this weight, and it would have a parachute on the other end of the rope. So the mortar would shoot and it would carry the rope over your obstacle or your bunch of trees or barbed wire, your minefield or whatever, and then it would set off all these hand grenades in a big line to blow up barbed wire or landmines or whatever you wanted. It's an anti-personnel obstacle breaching system. So it was designed to get through anti-personnel obstacles. And you can find these packs out there for pretty cheap, and I'm going to apologize for this video being a little bit shakier than normal because I use my phone to record these videos because I don't have the space to have a big fancy camera set up and everything like that. So I use my phone. But this is just too large to fit on the screen with me sitting to keep it, relatively stable. So I'm going to be moving around a lot to try to show you the different parts of the pack. Now, this is an external framed pack, as you can tell by this kind of steel Alice, well, it's aluminum, this aluminum Alice frame, and it's screwed right into the pack itself. And this pack is two big pieces of plastic, and it has two butterfly clips on each side. And these are what make this pack very nice, because the butterfly clips, you flip them up like that, and you twist them to undo them, and then they're spring loaded too, so they won't re-catch when you try to lift the top off, which is very high quality. They really thought of everything on this, and there's two of them on each side, so there's two on the top, two on the bottom, and two on each side. It has an air valve for if you decide to air travel with this. This is something you can air travel. I do recommend you push this before it goes on the plane, and you push this before it goes on the plane because this is airtight. It has a rubber seal. It holds a lot more than it looks. This looks pretty small, but there it is, rear pack assembly loaded. This is the big version. There's also a smaller version of this pack, and it holds pretty much just what I want if I'm going to go out for like a weekend hike, especially if I decide to go kayaking or something, or a place with a lot of water. It does come with like your standard Alice pack kidney belt, so I did replace them with tactical tailor straps, but any Alice type stuff will easily fit onto this frame. I did put a pad on it because I do use it for hiking and it can get heavy. The pad helps a lot, but this is an overall very light, very cheap pack for the money you're paying for it. So I highly recommend, if you guys are outdoorsmen like me and you live in a shitty state where it rains or snows all the time, like I do, that you get one of these, because it is that nice. I highly recommend. It's one big open compartment, so you'll have to kind of stack and roll stuff in there if you plan on packing a lot of clothes or staying for a long time. But you can always get some like routing straps to hook more stuff off of this. So I do that if I'm going to go on a longer trip. My belt also has spots to hook stuff if I wanted to carry water externally or things like that. So this is a very good pack. I highly recommend it. They're cheap. Again, it's an APOBS pack, and I like the rigidity of this pack. I don't have to feel like I'm gonna damage anything. I can just throw it wherever, and the plastic is thick enough to where I know it won't do anything. It'll float. depending on how much shit you have in it, obviously. But if you're just filling it with like clothes and replacement shoes and food and stuff, it'll float. So that's another very good purpose, especially when you get way out in the sticks like I do sometimes. It sits pretty flat. It's pretty low profile, as you can tell, for how much it holds. But I've actually had about 50 pounds of gear in this before. As long as I use like a lot of vacuum bags when I pack, so you can suck all the air out of them with your mouth. It has like a straw in it to remove all the oxygen, and it has like a one-way valve. So I can fit a lot of shit into here actually, and they're very, very nice. And this is a good review of these. You don't see a lot of these on the internet. If you want to see an APOBS exploding, you can find videos of those on YouTube. Very, very nice though, for the price. If you find one, I recommend you pick one up. So, but hope this is another video to just kind of show you guys some of the other stuff I have other than helmets. I do like to get outdoors a lot. I do have a lot of outdoorsy type stuff, and this is probably one of my most used outdoorsy things that I use. So this is with me on pretty much every other hiking trip I have in the summer and every single time in the winter. So just to show you how much I use this and how nice it still is despite how fucking old this thing is. This case itself is dated, and it was made way back in 2007. So I've had it since 2011, and it's been going pretty good for 6 years. I mean, I haven't done a whole lot to it. I did just replace the old Alice stuff last year with the new Tactical Tailor stuff, which I highly recommend because the tiny Alice pads are way too small. So I'll pretty much wrap this video up here. Hopefully you guys liked this video, and you are interested in more stuff like this other than helmets, because eventually I will run out of helmets to do, and I don't want to have to do that and just end the channel there. So hopefully you guys like stuff like this, and let me a comment and leave me a comment, let me know what you think, so I can possibly start doing some more other playlists of other things that I have. And I would love to see all the stuff that you guys use. I'd love to see your helmet collections and everything like that. And I will leave this video here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.